Austin Ekeler was a unanimous top 5 fantasy pick just a month ago. Although we didn't think he was going to repeat and score 20 touchdowns like he did in 2021. If I were to tell you back in August, Ekeler would be the RB13 in PPR leagues, RB20 in half PPR, has only rushed for 80 yards through 3 weeks while scoring 0 touchdowns, you would have asked me, did he get hurt? I watched all of Austin Ekeler's touches so far this season, and officially, I am super worried about Ekeler's outlook for the rest of the season. So today, I'm going to break down some plays and show you why Ekeler has set off my panic alarm. Austin Ekeler is a good running back. He's most dangerous when you can get him outside the tackles and into space. He is not, and I repeat, he is not a workhorse back that you should bang between the tackles 20 times a game. The problem with this is the Chargers line has been so horrible to start the year, and they haven't been able to get Ekeler into space outside of passing plays. You can see from all the highlights I'm showing right now, when he gets the ball in open space, he is dangerous. He's hard to tackle. One-on-one tacklers struggle bringing him down because of his quickness. He's really short and stout, and he has that jump cut ability that not a lot of backs in the league have. Alright, so let's focus on the offensive line. Josh Kelly's the one actually taking this handoff, not Austin Ekeler. But Kelly's going to take the handoff left, and he has 2 options. He can either take it between the left tackle and the left guard if the play was blocked up properly. Rashawn Slater completely misses this block, which forces Josh Kelly, who actually makes a good play, to bounce this completely outside. But by doing that, he can't either hit the hole or stay behind the 2 blockers he has on the outside for this to be a potential pretty big gain. Kelly makes a great play out of it, but it shouldn't get blown up in the backfield like this. With Austin Ekeler, you want to get him in space. So here, on the stretch play out to the right, Max Crosby is getting blocked up really well by the right guard, as best you could probably do with Max Crosby. But the right tackle screws it up. He misses the block on 39, which allows Ekeler to just get smoked in the backfield. When, if you block this up, Ekeler would have the chance to get into the hole, make one-on-one move against Denzel Perryman, or use his speed and bounce it outside and make something happen in the open field. This play hurts to see. We want to see Ekeler used in short yard situations and goal line, which I'll show you later. But here, it's 3rd and 2. We want Ekeler to convert this, but he can't. He's set up to fail. There's a huge hole that's about to open up if the left guard can just seal off his defender and let Ekeler build up momentum and hit the hole hard and make guys miss in the secondary. But the defender gets beat, gets pushed back into Ekeler's face, which causes Ekeler to do a little jump cut, but get blown up in the backfield for no gain. 4th down, they don't convert. This would be the perfect play for Ekeler to show off his ability, his quick burst, his acceleration, and his jump cut juking ability in the secondary, but he never gets there. The interior offensive line just gets instantly block shedded by the defender and gets pressure in the backfield on Ekeler, and Ekeler just has no shot to make any moves, nothing. I see this over and over again, and I just don't think it's going to get fixed anytime soon. I wanted to show you guys plays from different running backs on the Chargers because I don't want you to think it's strictly an Austin Ekeler problem. Josh Kelly, Sony Michel haven't had any success running the ball either. It's because of the offensive line. Here, Rashawn Slater, once again, misses this block right off the rip. So Sony Michel has no chance to maybe stick his foot in the ground and try to cut the ball back. Or bounce it outside, wait behind some blockers. Maybe something opens up a hole later and he can burst through it. Instead, he has to bounce it outside because the defender's right in his face, and it's the only way he can make a miss without getting hit in the backfield. The running backs are getting set up for failure. The combination of bad offensive line plus lack of opportunities is the reason why Austin Ekeler isn't scoring touchdowns. On the season, he does lead the Chargers in red zone touches, but he only has 4 in 3 games. That's a huge change from last year, where Ekeler scored 20 touchdowns overall, but had 12 on the ground. You're not doing that with only 4 red zone touches in 3 games. In week 1 against the Raiders, the Chargers elect to have Austin Ekeler at least on the field lined up at running back. But on the 1-yard line, they go 3 straight play actions and don't give Ekeler an opportunity to even score, eventually throwing a touchdown to a backup fullback tight end out in the flat. Jumping to week 2 against the Chiefs, the Chargers on the 1-yard line, and Ekeler's not even in the game. It's Sony Michel who gets stuffed on the goal line. Then let's jump to the very next play. The next play, Sony Michel's back out on the field. They run a play action, throw it in the flat for a touchdown. So Ekeler wasn't even on the field. So later in the game against the Chiefs, Ekeler's actually out in the field on the goal line, but he's not involved in the play. He pass protects, and this is the famous Justin Herbert 100-yard pick six. So Ekeler once again is at least on the goal line, but wasn't used at all. I didn't show any clips from the Week 3 blowout loss to Jacksonville because Ekeler only got 5 carries in that game. So going forward, if Austin Ekeler is going to be inefficient with his rushing attempts because of a bad offensive line, where he doesn't project to score many touchdowns because he isn't involved in red zone or goal line, and seems to be so heavily reliant on receptions to supply his fantasy value, all this adds up to me being incredibly worried about Austin Ekeler for the rest of this season.